What's up guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Before we start this video, let's talk about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is by Elsword Season 2. Elsword is a free-to-play anime action MMORPG, and all you need is only a computer and internet to play because this game runs on just about any computer. The game's new season, they have made several new additions. The main one is the new Lady character. Lady has her own starting area and lore, and moreover, all characters in the game have different jobs. You can choose the job that best suits you. This season even added a third job update series. This is a series that introduces 3 job classes for at least 3 paths for each and every playable character in the game. But wait, that's not all. This update ushers in the return of Dark and Sinister's Masters of Darkness storyline. Each of the Elsword characters have at least 3 job paths. Each of these paths now have 3 jobs. One of the things that make Elsword unique is that each path that a character has represents a choice that was made, a life decision. This affects both lore and how each character is played. The third job and the third path update represents the doom, gloom, and delectably sinister side of these characters. The game link is down there in the description, and make sure you install it because I doubt you'll regret it. Anyways guys, let's start this video. Today Anime Sensei is going to be recommending the top 10 anime where a popular girl falls in love with an unpopular guy. I know that many of you love animes like this, so if you guys want a part 2, let's hit a goal of 5,000 likes. And if you do like this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're new. Also, don't forget that in the description of this video, there is a link to Anime Sensei's Patreon and his Discord server that you can also join. Anyways guys, let's start this video. And coming in at number 10, this anime takes place in an alternate universe where the Japanese government remains in control of the nation's railway systems. Because of the stability afforded by the leadership of the government, the railway system is allowed to flourish. The protagonist dreams of becoming an employee for Japan National Railways because of the relaxing life that it will enable him to live. In order to accomplish this, he enters its training program, where students must demonstrate their knowledge of trains as well as their ability to be ready for a challenge that might arise. During this time period, he will encounter other students such as an athletically gifted girl, a constantly hungry guy, and the human encyclopedia. Together they will work towards surviving their trainee period, all the while taking on purse snatchers, bomb threats, and the looming specter of the extremist RJ group who wants to privatize the railway system. And coming in at number 9, this anime takes place during the season of love, and it seems that the protagonist is having more difficulty finding himself a girlfriend than he had imagined. To fix this situation, his friends have forced him into confessing his love to a gal. However, things do not go quite as he had expected, and this was the start of a series where many firsts have begun. And coming in at number 8, one day when a strange girl comes knocking at the main character's door, he quickly finds himself thrust into a world of romantic troubles, claiming that she will die if he doesn't kiss someone within 24 hours. The girl's pleas of desperation are misunderstood as pleas for love, leading him to kiss the cute stranger that came barging into his house. In actuality, it turns out that this cosplaying Cupid is the wielder of a kiss note, in which any pairing name she writes will kiss and become a couple. She explains that she misspelled and accidentally wrote his name while indulging in her yaoi fantasies. But because she had yet to pair him with anyone, their kiss was meaningless. Even worse, she mentions that if he's not coupled with anyone soon, not only will she die, but he will remain a virgin for eternity. And coming in at number 7, the main character was perfectly happy with his completely average and normal life. His primary problem in life was the fact that he shared a school with the school's princess. Both girls and boys fawn over her, which makes the main character's life difficult since he rides the same bus as her in the morning and sits next to her in class. What's worse is that even if he idly interacts with the girl, her fan club takes him out back and beats him up. One day, while taking out the trash, he looks up to see a school building falling on top of him. He is saved at the very last moment by the very same beautiful girl that he's never even had a full conversation with. She finally speaks to him, revealing that she's been protecting him in secret, but now that someone is attacking him directly, she no longer needs to do it secretly. It turns out that this girl is a fire witch, and there are other witches in the world who want to capture him and use him for the power that he possesses inside of him. And coming in at number 6, the protagonist is an overweight bullied middle schooler who finds solace in playing online games. But his life takes a drastic turn one day when he finds that all his high scores have been topped by the popular vice president of the student council. She then invites him to the student lounge and introduces him to Brain Burst, a program which allows the user to accelerate their brainwave to the point where time seems to stop. Brain Burst also functions as an augmented reality fighting game, and in order to get more points to accelerate, users must win duels against other players. However, if a user loses all their points, they will also lose access to Brain Burst forever. The vice president explains that she chose to show the protagonist the program because she needs his help. She wants to meet the creator of Brain Burst and uncover the reasons of why it was created. But that's easier said than done because she must first defeat the 6 Kings of Pure Color, which is a powerful group of leaders within the game, and reach level 10, the highest level attainable. After the girl helps the protagonist overcome the bullies that torment him, He vows to help her realize her goal, and so begins the duo's fight to reach the top. And coming in at number 5, this anime's protagonist is a typical high school gamer living out an average student's life. One day, however, he has an unexpected meeting with the cutest girl in the school that makes him want to disappear without a trace. This girl is an exemplary student who is proclaimed to be the school's idol. She discovers that he is a gamer, and this newfound knowledge incites a passionate desire within her to recruit him into the game club. Upon visiting the club, he is forcefully made aware of a side to gaming widely different than the one he loves so dearly. This girl's interest in the protagonist begins shaking up what was once an uneventful life, filling it with spontaneity, awkwardness, and a little bit of mayhem. As a result, every day becomes a comical battle for his sanity, as he tries to adapt to these wild, unexpected changes. And coming in at number 4, the infidelity of the protagonist's parents not only made his family fall apart, but also made him skeptical of love. Having no intention to dive into romance, he devotes his entire high school life to his studies in order to become a doctor. It did not take long for a beautiful and popular girl to notice his apathy. Tired of being the object of people's affection, she asks him to pretend to be her boyfriend, as she too feels disgusted at the notion of love. He, however, refuses, yet she has one trick left up her sleeve. This trick involves his journal and threatening to post the embarrassing content online if he does not comply. Now, entangled in a fake romance with the most desired girl at the school, his life is turned upside down. Whether envied by his peers or receiving a confession, he must cope with his newfound relationship and all the troubles that come along with it. And coming in at number 3, the protagonist is widely known online as the legendary God of Conquest, because he can conquer any girl's heart. Well, in dating sim games at least. In reality, he opts for the two-dimensional world of gaming over real life, because he is an unhealthy obsessed otaku of gouge games. When he arrogantly accepts an anonymous offer to prove his supremacy at dating sim games, he's misled into aiding a naive and impish demon from hell with their mission, which is retrieving runaway evil spirits who have escaped from hell and scattered themselves throughout the human world. He discovers that the only way to capture these spirits is to conquer what he hates the most, the unpredictable hearts of three-dimensional girls. Shackled to the demon with a deadly collar, he now has his title of God of Conquest put to the ultimate test, as he is forced to navigate through the hearts of a multitude of real-life girls. And coming in at number 2, this anime involves an energy-conservative high school student protagonist who ends up with more than he had bargained for when he signs up for the Classics Club at his sister's behest, especially when he realizes how deep-rooted the club's history really is. Willingly, he's dragged into an investigation concerning the 45-year-old mystery that surrounds the club room. Accompanied by his fellow club members, the knowledgeable one, the stern but benign one, and the ever-curious one, he must combat deadlines and lack of information with resourcefulness and hidden talent, in order to not only find the truth buried beneath the dust of works created years before them, but of other small side cases as well. And coming in at first place, this anime's protagonist is an apathetic high school student with a narcissistic and semi-negative tendencies. He firmly believes that joyful youth is nothing but a joke, and everyone who says otherwise is just lying to themselves. In a novel punishment for writing an essay mocking modern social relationships, his teacher forces him to join the Volunteer Service Club, a club that aims to extend a helping hand to any student who seeks their support in achieving their goals. With the only other club members being the beautiful Ice Queen, he finds himself on the front line of other people's problems, a place he had never dreamed he would be at. As he and the beautiful Ice Queen use their wits to solve many students' problems, will his rotten view of society prove to be a hindrance or a tool that he can use to his advantage? Alright everyone, that's all we have for today's top 10, and if you guys enjoyed this video, like always, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and remember to hit that notification bell so you can be the first to watch the next top 10 video.